rolls her eyes like, I can't believe you're doing this. She's like, this is unfair, essentially.
I'm just gonna write my notes. Tolis is baffled.
Alessander, he sees her roll her eyes. He's like, does she have yours too? It's clear he's holding back a fucking shit-eating grin.
I think they should be free to choose however they choose, regardless of our blessing.
Well, that settles it then. Because that sounds like a yes to me.
A yes on what? What am I getting blessed for? Because I just sighs like don't worry about it, Tolis. As Alessander says, in due time you will understand. But could I understand now? No. Aww.
I guess, technically speaking, you'll know when you're older.
Alright, let me see if you heard that one.
Oh
Shit.
god!
Oh no!
Shit. Delva, who's talking with America and Vaso and Zol, just does like a spit take into his drink. Oh, what's the matter, Delva? What's the matter, Delva? Go down the wrong tube? Yeah, I guess you could say. I think that's what happened. Yeah, you gotta be sure. Make sure you track the right hole and everything. Vargas slaps Fox on the back of the head. he smirks. Worth it. Anyways, meanwhile, yeah, what I think Silas is going over to Sajar.
Indeed. Silas will do what Alessander was going to do and gently knock on the door.
Hey, it's open.
Silas will peek their head in. Hi.
Oh, hi, Silas.
Do you want to be alone right now?
No, it's alright. Come on in.
We'll come in and they'll close the door and they'll, assuming there's somewhere where they can sit near him, they will. Even if it means the floor.
No, this place has like rooms. It's quite clear that these rooms are definitely probably more higher end than the guard barracks area, and it might be maybe not a place for where officers meet, but there is like a whole writing desk sort of area, like you know the ones that have like the shutters that you can close and lock it,
Sure.
stuff like that. Yeah, like it has like plenty of room here. Like these babies. This URL is
you
a
got a
million
picture?
letters. Yeah, this URL is a million letters long. Give me a sec. Alright, this one. Dude, we use this one. Like that sort of one where it's like you can close the top of it.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant like
those desks.
shutters in the room to like block off the room.
No, like the
Okay.
desk has a shutter on it.
Yeah, no, I see what you
I
mean.
used to have a desk like that.
Reminds me of a bread box.
They had those at my college. I don't remember where, but some were definitely pointless. Yeah, you go on in, grab a chair at the desk.
How are you doing right now? So also kind of like lean a little bit towards Sajar.
You can tell he is tense AF. He's anxious. I don't know how to answer that.
Also just nods slowly. Do you want to talk about what happened while you were gone? It's been a couple days.
I don't know where to begin. So I was in one place, coasting through emptiness. I could see myself. I was outside of myself. And then, as I intersected with myself, This is so weird. I was in the sky, falling, coasting. And then the ground started approaching. And then I coasted through the ground into caverns, tunnels below. And then I was out, awake. And gods above, I felt like shit. Like I'd run for a week straight. And then I saw her, lying in a pool of her own blood. I had to get her out of there. To the surface.
You can see that
When
Sass
we-
was like very intently listening to what you're saying.
When we reached the moonlight, there was a tribe of Nevros waiting for us. You remember that flesh candle cave with the cultist that we were in?
Yes.
The weight of the
Murmured
soul
Reach.
gems in your pocket feels heavier.
They know about it. Although
It still feels heavier.
that is a good reminder that they are there.
The Murmured Reach, I believe.
Hmm.
Well, they were waiting, axe in hand. And I would have died. We would have died. If a Falun Phantom had not stepped in. The same one we saw.
Same one?
The same one.
How do you know?
He told me. He knew my name.
Sass like tilts their head at this. What else did he tell you? I'm assuming there's more.
Yes, did you catch what I told to Kasai out in the bigger room?
Yes and no. I was a little preoccupied, but I think I got the gist.
Yeah. A conversation for when the walls don't have as many ears.
Mhm. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Maybe.
I'm glad you're here.
So am I.
And then
I
unless
need
Star
her to
breaks,
wake up,
oh,
Silas.
then she will.
Mandrax. Yes. Mandrax said that they could wake her up, so I need her
That's-
to wake up.
Sass puts like a hand on his shoulder, looks at him and says, then she will.
Sort of pats your paw with his hand. She has to.
So, a lull falls upon the two of you. What are the words you want to share, if any?
No. I think we sit in a comfortable silence after that then.
Fair
Silas
enough.
might quietly play a tune later on if the mood seems right for it, but
In this room or lessons in general?
no, in this room Silas is gonna stay with Sajar for a bit, at least.
It's up to you then. Let's see. Meanwhile, actually, well, not meanwhile, probably a while.
Concurrently?
No, not meanwhile. It's a while after.
Fucking
Nothing
later.
meanwhile about this. So let's see. What I say is 11 o'clock when before you guys got your quarters, get settled in.
Yeah, about that.
Walking there, that'll be 20 minutes. So 40 minutes. So that's plus 2 hours. Plus some change. And so basically around halfway from 1 to 2 a.m. Approaching towards 2 a.m. The latter half of this cycle, by technicality. One of the doctors, Oriana, does come out of the room, and he's like pulling off or he's like dunking his hands in like some sort of cleaning substance. He is bloodied. He's like drying it up by flicking it off, and he goes over to you and pulls down his mask. That's right. We have modern hygiene practices in this setting.
Oh my god.
She should be coming to in a moment now. But procedure work, just as said. I get the feeling that she's going to try to use that arm basically as soon as possible. So might prescribe some medications. Help along with that, or rather make sure she doesn't fuck things up too much.
That's fair. Make sure one of you tells her that. I feel she'd get the message much more directly from one of you than me.
Oh, of course.
Are you going to tell her to actually rest?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
But again, I've been in your shoes before, adventurer. I know a look of a conviction, or a woman of conviction when I see it. So, don't worry, what's at her. But she'll be good to go and get out of here. And he pulls out a pocket. Back in 10 minutes, 15. Anesthesia should be already
Wearing off.
not wearing off. She's probably still gonna be known for the rest of the evening, but shouldn't be leaving any negative side effects in the long term. We were monitoring her the whole time. So
That's good.
15 minutes. She's already awake right now, but yeah, just monitoring her.
How much would all this cost?
Cost?
Yes, is there any price for late night surgery?
Do you want the answer?
I'd appreciate it.
Let me think off the top of my head. He begins like crunching numbers. So it's about 4 hours of work. Late night, double that, 8. Focused work on surgery, 14.
What, like 3
No.
or 4 of them?
48, 50. So it would be about
How many
48
thousands?
hours.
Oh, of course the music would stop right now. Fucking god! Someone did it.
We're by her
There is a
side.
second bed, like in the rooms, like because it's 2 a room, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Oh,
Saz would
yeah,
bring you over.
Silas could do that. That like Sajar won't stop you, but he's not gonna move.
There we go. Is that working?
Saz is like, I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I thankfully remembered the trick
I
last time.
appreciate the gesture, Silas.
At least think about it.
what are you saying, Garth?
It was nothing important at all.
Then let's finish this out since we're back and might as well capitalize on it. So, 24,000 gold is what it would cost.
It's a weird combination of like she's surprised and she's not surprised. Because just like, yeah, I expect it to be way beyond what Oriana could even fathom paying. But also that is still a lot.
Yeah. Materials, training, on-handed status, stuff like that. But you didn't really think you were paying for this, did you?
Not particularly.
Well, there you go. Don't stress too much on it, adventurer. You ought to understand, nobles are in a different line than us. Whereas you and I work hard for all this, nobles work hard and have multiple circles to spin, if you catch my drift. There are lots of ways of earning money.
Or earning
As a-
favors that cost more.
No favor from Lord Charon's gonna get anything on fixing that fucking arm, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah. Not for any of us. And he knows that. That's why he hired us. No nonsense, any of us. But, I'm gonna go check on Miss Blaire. See how she's doing. Go back. Closes up the pocket watch and goes back in. He's there for like 5 minutes and then he walks back out with Blaire in tow. Her arm is like wrapped in like a sling. Less so because she needs it, but more so as like as to not introduce strain.
Bacteria. Oh, strain.
No, like she's stitched up. The deepest parts of her incisions are healed up magically. Like there's not too much concern on all of that, as long as they did their jobs right. And if you're gonna look at one of those guys after they charge you, give you a $24,000 invoice and say they did their job wrong, then they're about to increase that to 30.
And then I will have to pay for it.
Well, they'll make you pay for it if you insult them. But yeah, he gives Blaire like a bottle, like a small glass. Actually, I guess it would probably be like a wooden little container. He gives Blaire a wooden container, which obviously has some sort of medication in it, as from the sound it rattles with. All right, Miss Blaire, this is yours. Take one in the morning after you wake up, and one in the evening before you go to sleep. The one in the morning will get you through the day. Try not to take a second one, but if it's that excruciating, then do so. Just don't overdose. The one in the evening is for when your body's healing and to get you some proper rest. Try not to use the arm anytime soon. He looks at her. He's just stare there for a second. If you're going to use it anytime soon, then definitely start taking those tonight. He points at the bottle. She is holding in her good arm. Thank you, doctor. Don't be thinking me on nothing. Trying to Lord Traherne do fees. But he points a thumb over at you. You should get going to your friend and get out of here. Get some rest, yeah? And we'll be cleaning up and doing the same soon enough. And don't need more people hanging around, so get out of here. Right. She begins to, she's examining, because it actually has, notation and label on it. She's examining the quote-unquote bottle, wooden case of pills, and she goes over to you, so still examining and looks up. It's quite clear she didn't see who it was, and she looks up and sees you, and her look just immediately goes into unenthusiasm. Oh, it's you.
Ouch.
Which one am I
So-
talking to right now? Just so I know.
Yes. I need to apologize for that, don't I? Okay. We
Then
can.
what makes you think I am going to accept any form of apology?
I don't know if you will, but it's leaving it bare will just make it worse.
Say your piece, come on. She just begins walking.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of all this.
Oh God! Immediately, Garth.
She sounded just like the old Blaire when she said that.
Yeah. Oh God, Garth can't brain process where to start because I'm trying not to start with like, oh, here's the excuse of what happened.
As you guys are going, she like grabs with her not good hand the top of the little jar, opens it up, and immediately pops one of the meds. And then she recaps it.
Save that information for later. I don't know. I didn't mean to not tell you about that. About any of that. I forgot, to be frank, that you didn't
You
know.
forgot.
To put it bluntly, I told you before. But this was before. And then I clearly didn't think entirely through what was happening at the moment.
Yeah, no shit. Roll a persuasion check.
Sure. Where's the persuasion button? Perception, performance, persuasion. There you are. No, I don't get another maneuver until like 11th or something. Fuck. I'll take a 15. Do I want to take a 15? I can't roll much better than that. Yeah, I'll just take a 15. Hope that starts off good.
She still says no shit. That doesn't. That part's not changing.
Yeah.
You guys keep walking. So you forgot because you thought you already told me, because you did already tell me before, and you thought I just happened to remember that, or it just more slipped past you. Whatever.
It's more the latter. And it's
Aren't you concerned?
every single breathing moment.
And yet you're still here. Haven't you maybe thought of, I don't know, putting yourself in isolation? Get that shit solved before you get out on the field?
Yes.
So why haven't you?
Because options I have to solve it for myself might end with me not going back into the field to help my friends in any sort, as well as it would only bring the attention of the person who was possessing me. And
Is she
her-
listening right now?
She's always listening.
Tell her to get a fucking life of her own. She keeps walking.
Yeah, that's about right.
Kavola actually appears at that with like a really like cheeky smile on her face, and she's just like, I always knew I liked her.
Ariana's not gonna
Honestly.
tell her that.
Honestly.
Mm.
She has such confidence and arrogance despite having a broken arm. Despite the fact that if I were to take control of her body, I could bludgeon her to death against the wall right now. She still has that confidence. I can respect that. And she fades away.
I'd say that catches Oriana off guard, but like I feel like she kind of knew that. That's just more affirmation of things she said in the past, with a bit more detail. The what? Where's my train of thought? Fucking god damn it! I lost my train of thought entirely.
You guys keep walking.
It's... I don't know. The entire case falls into... I can think of 1,000 excuses. You don't fucking care. I just want to at least be honest and say that I don't mean to deceive you in any way. I'm sorry that this happened because, frankly, I was just being an idiot and trying to figure out how to help people. Oh, I remember my thought process. To go with the previous thing of fixing the problem, only making Scabola more or less appear.
That's her
It's a-
name.
Yes. Can Oriana... I don't know if she would have the building. I'm just gonna ask. Could she insight to see if Blaire recognized that name? Because I know older Blaire recognizes the Schoolasta. I don't know if she would have recognized
Roll insight.
Yeah. There's a small chance that she might have. I will have a 15 plus 4 specifically.
Well, you're not getting.
Yeah,
guidance
I don't
right
get
now,
the plus 4, but it's just funny that it's twice. For 2 different skills.
She doesn't recognize the name, but she's happy that you've now given a name to put a face to a target.
Yeah.
A potential target. Probably a target. A concern, a threat on the field. So
A
to speak.
person.
Yeah, well, let's not jump the gun on that.
Yeah. I'm operating as something of a buffer, because if I disappear, Skola has no connection to, no capability to do whatever she's planning here. She will directly intervene. And as much as we will go against actual fell gods and wizards and all this shit, and I will mostly not bat an eye at it, Scabola could probably kill her. No, she could kill her entire group if she wanted to. It wouldn't be fast. It would be slow. It would be merciless. And I feel like I might be the only prevention for her just to outright attack. So that's why I don't fix this problem. As much as it is a problem, and I don't entirely want it to be there.
Or persuasion.
Persuasion. How do I keep losing this? It's the main thing I need to roll. I'll take an inspiration to re-roll that real quick. I will take a 7. Okay, where's the birthday tome real quick? Which ones do I have? Which ones?
You want to take my inspiration instead?
I'll take an inspiration, please. Thank you.
So yeah, dude, we'll put the dreams into a second overtime in a row.
Help!
That's a perception
Oh my
roll. So
god.
what's the
Oh,
difference
well.
between your perception and your persuasion? Ugh.
It's lower than that
Oh, it's
7.
gonna be a 6.
Ah.
It'll be a 6. Or no, wait, minus 4. No, minus 5. Yes, it'll be 6. So
Yeah.
it's another 6.
The same roll.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same roll essentially.
What is this? 1 tip from the GM. Do. Chantilly rolls to 20. That's a saving throw. That's a skill check. Do I have unusual competence? Unusual competence.
Very well.
This is a
Congratulations, you have gotten a second success then.
Ah.
Huzzah.
I really gotta get that standing desk set up. I'm actually hurting my back bending over it so much.
Oof.
Yeah,
you still have those,
also take it to my seat. Like,
Little bastard. Little bastard. Man.
But yeah, you say that over to him, and there's suddenly something that finds purchase in her as you say that, as her her intense glare lessens. She still is glaring at you, but it's not as potent.
Or I could tell between death glare and maim glare currently.
Yeah, there's I want to punch you glare, and I want to slap you glare.
It's better.
One of those is better.
Yeah.
You guys continue walking. So she's stuck in your fucking head. You're not going to offer yourself to get rid of all of this. You're acting as a buffer, and you can't go into isolation. And answer me this. She stops and looks at you dead in the eyes. And then, again, that glare is there. Answer me this.
The Blaire glare. Oh, I'll say that again.
When she helps us, like she did back there, does she actually mean it? Or is this just stringing us along?
It's a bit of column A, but column B. She has her own goals, she has her own motives, but she is... At least recently, she's at least aiming to... have those goals line up in a way that's beneficial to us.
But
Like,
she's
with-
still stringing us up. She doesn't actually care about helping you.
That's something I ask myself a lot.
Roll persuasion.
Because it's something she's kind of
Yeah, I mean, if you,
herself
I
on.
would tell you this: if you outright said no, she's totally fucking setting us up. Then no roll would be necessary.
Yeah.
In the sense of, you're not getting any good points of Blaire.
Anybody else have an inspiration I could bum? I'll take
Let's
those
see.
a
It's
no.
almost fresh out of his "I got laid" inspiration. Sorry.
Ah, damn. Can I have D?
got
I got
what?
late inspiration.
I thought I got laid. I thought he and D got laid.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
forever ago. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Oh,
while
it
ago.
happened.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Can I steal
Congratulations.
Deets? I got late inspiration.
I don't even think she has it anymore. She used it, didn't she?
Oh fuck.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I think she gave it in the fight.
Yeah.
I believe she did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she has it.
Do I really want to champion of fate? That's the only other thing I could use for this.
Wait, she still has it marked on her sheet. Wait, what?
Did she?
Okay,
use it or
okay,
did she
okay.
not?
Group reality memory, not reality. I guess that's sort of morality. Group memory check. I could have swore she gave her inspiration during like the boss fight.